other day, I think I did the unspeakable, right? I think I might have broken Newton's law of what you should and shouldn't be doing in the context of the universe and everything in between, right? Long story short, man, I cheated on my barber. There, I said it. I cheated on my barber and I don't care, bro. Let me tell y'all what happened, man. So I got a haircut probably less than a week ago. You know, I went to my regular barber and shit like that. And if you guys have seen my last couple of videos, first of all, let's go ahead and pay attention to the cut real quick. You know what I'm saying? I know I got this face tracking shit on, but, you know, listen, man, there's some cold shit going on right now, bruh. You know, you might not be able to pick it up and stuff through the camera, but, like, I got some real cold shit. So let me go back real quick, just some revisionist history. I want to say probably less than a week ago, so maybe like 6, 5, maybe even 7 days ago, I went to my regular barber, you know what I mean, on some regular shit. I was like, hey man, I just want to, you know, the same shit. What I usually get is I get like a low taper and stuff like that, and you know, I keep it pushing. Because the last few times I've went to him and try to get my hair bulked down, it always comes out uneven and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, let me just get the same shit, just, you know, cut up the sides, blah, 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 whatever. And I noticed that, you know, once the cut was done, I went in the car, I was going home, I looked at my selfie camera on Snapchat, I was like, hey bro, I don't look like I got the same motion, like something's off, bro, something's off, right? And that made me think like, man, like what's going on? So I looked at my camera roll because, you know what I'm saying, before I had the low like afro look, I had braids and shit. Braids was tough. I ain't gonna lie, that might have been my toughest era when I had the braids. Now braids aren't for everybody. They certainly, I mean, they were good for me at a moment in time, but I mean, just the constant having to redo it, the washing, all that stuff, it just, listen, it wasn't worth it for me, right? So I said, how can I still get an effective looking style that does not require me to constantly get braids, constantly have to keep up with the maintenance and all that stuff? So I said, I gotta experiment with a few haircuts, man. So my original barber was the one that, you know, helped me cut off my first pair of braids and stuff like that. You know, cut them off, you know, did the debulk and like, you know, the shaping up, doing the fade and stuff like that. And it was a decent cut, man. But, you know, it's just that sometimes in life, I don't think there's anything wrong with exploring your options, right? I mean, look at LeBron James. Imagine if LeBron, and this is where the rest of y'all loyal ass motherfuckers come in, because y'all gonna be like, oh, bro, I don't care. I don't give a fuck about nothing you gotta say, bro. I'm loyal to mine, bro. Some of y'all be over here talking about, I've been with my barber since I was 5 years old. Nigga, you still got the same chopped ass look though, right? Your haircut is still ass. Your hairline is still fucked up. Not because you got a bad hairline, but because you've been with the same barber that keep fucking your shit up. I am literally, I think I am like a LeBron type of player, right? LeBron doesn't stay loyal to an organization who isn't doing anything good for him. It doesn't matter if they started off doing great and stuff like that. If all of a sudden things start to slip off, I mean, you know, you got to go somewhere else where you can have a chance to win. Y'all gotta, niggas ain't really listening to what I'm saying right now, bro. You gotta go somewhere else where you have a chance to win, bro. Like, are y'all really hearing what I'm saying right now? So keep that in mind, right? It was the second time around. I was like, this is solid, but it's nothing that's making me pop, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. So the third time comes around. Fast forward another 3 weeks, I go back in there. I was like, hey man, yeah, you know, the same thing, but like, do what you feel like would make it pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told bro, like, yeah, like, I gave him creative control to really see, let me see if this nigga's really in his bag right now. You know what I'm saying? I did a bag test, really, to see if this nigga was really on his P's and Q's. I was like, yeah, same shit, but like, you know, do what you need to do to see if this shit's really gonna, you know what I'm saying? Really put your bag in here so I can see if my shit's finna pop. I ain't gonna lie, bro. My man's was not in his bag. In fact, I think if we're going by, you know, sports term, I'm talking fourth quarter 0 for 7 from 3. I'm talking niggas straight, you know, bricking shots. I'm like, nigga, this the fourth, this game 7, and you bricking shots? Yeah, nah, I can't re-sign you, gang. Listen, I don't care if I've been with somebody for X amount of years, right? If 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts start going bad, like, I'm not gonna stick around for the 5th cut, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna start looking at different organizations. Okay, what can I do over here? What can I do over here? You know, I'm gonna start doing my research, because at the end of the day, I gotta walk out with the cut. Oh shit. Because at the end of the day, I gotta walk out with a cut, right? I gotta live in reality for the next 2 to 3 weeks up until I see you again. So I'm not just finna be out here looking a mess. Not to say I was looking a mess, but I'm not finna be out here just looking a certain way when I know I could be at my best, bro. Let me know what y'all think, bro. Is there a reason to stay loyal to a barber? Like, what is your actual reason for staying loyal to a barber, bro? Especially if you don't feel like if you don't feel like you're at your full potential, right? Some motherfuckers would just stay with the same barber, knowing they're not at their full potential, talking about some, yeah, bro, but that's my guy, bro. You know, we be talking about the NFL and all that. I'm like, nigga, okay, that can still be the homie, but it doesn't mean you have to walk around this chopped ass haircut all the time. But yeah, bro, I mean, that's just my thoughts on it. One thing I will say though, it's one thing to cheat on your barber and go somewhere else and like, you know, and stuff like that. First of all, who came up with the idea of it being called cheating on your barber? Like last time I checked, I wasn't in a relationship with this nigga, but yeah, anyway, I digress, you know. It's one thing to cheat on your barber when you're going somewhere else, like whether it's the other side of town or a different shop, right? That's one thing. But what I will say and what I won't condone is cheating on your barber with a barber in the same shop. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, that's OD disrespectful, bro. Like, even a nigga like me, and listen, I've had my moments of disrespect, right? I can't pull off no bullshit like that. Cheating on your barber in the same shop? Hey, it takes a different breed of cold nigga to do some shit like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I seen a dude pull this off, where he came in it, like, this had been a regular guy coming in the shop and stuff like that, getting the same haircut from this one guy. I'm not sure how long he's been with this guy, but apparently they have good rapport. They be chopping it up all the time. His regular barber, right? And there was this new barber that came in the shop. And he was, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga was chopping up some cold shit, right? I'm seeing that shit like, God damn, nigga, I might need me a couple cuts off this nigga. It's to the point where the barbers in the shop, like the other barbers are saying like, man, like every time he cuts a head, niggas like, bro, you did a good job with that cut, bro. You did a good job. And I'm over here like, yeah, he did do a good job. That's a good ass cut, right? So this one dude who had his regular barber saw that new dude come in, right? Everybody's like, you know, saying like, hey, you did a good job, bro, type shit, right? He leaves, he daps up his barber, like his main barber leaves. The next couple weeks come around, I'm in there. I see this nigga with the new barber, with his regular barber still there, like still in the same spot. I'm like, ain't no way, right? Like this nigga came in, looked at his bro that he used to go to get chopped by, dapped this nigga up, stared this nigga in his eye sockets, and then went to the new guy, bro. That's a different level of disrespect. Doing it in the same shop to me is OD. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it, at least have a house call with this. Have that nigga pull up to your crib to cut your hair, pay the extra bills, bro. But like, I don't know. It's just not in me to do some shit like that. But let me know what y'all think, man. Is there ever a reason to remain loyal to a barber? Like, and let's say this barber has a good track record of just like clean ass cuts, but for some reason he gave you some mid shit, some chop shit. Are you gonna stick around for that? Even if we're gonna use the term cheated on your barber, right? Like, am I supposed to just sit up here on some like, yeah, listen, man, you know, it has nothing to do with you. It's all me, but you know, there's this new barber down the street that I'm really trying to, you know, explore. Like, again, it's nothing with you. It's all me here. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna be taking my talents over there, and you know, it's been a nice run with you. Like, come on, bro. But yeah, man. I mean, moral of the story, bro, we only get one life, bro.